Hello, P5 students. This is Miss Claire, and welcome again in our Math 5 class. We are now on chapter 15. We will talk about percentage. The learning objectives for this lesson are to express a part of a whole as a percentage, to compare and order percentages, fractions, and decimals, to express fractions and decimals as percentages, and to calculate percentage part of a whole. Okay, P5, are you ready to learn this new lesson? Come on, start. Okay, let's start with lesson 1. It talks about percent. What it means by percent. Okay, I have here a square grid. This square grid is divided into 100 squares. So count the number of small squares that are shaded with the green. There are 15, right? 15 out of 100 parts are shaded. So if we write this as a fraction, this is 15 hundredths. So 15 hundredths of this whole is shaded. So we can say that 15% of the whole is shaded. 1500 children is equal to 15%. When we say 15%, that is what we call a percentage. This symbol, children, we read this as percent. It means out of 100. It means 15 out of 100 is shaded with green. So this is what we call percentage. Another, what percentage of the whole is shaded with yellow? Okay, so we have 47 parts out, or 47 out of 100 parts are shaded with yellow. So this is 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and this is 47. So if we use a fraction, this is 47 hundredths. So 47 hundredths of the whole is shaded, or we can say 47% of the whole is shaded with yellow. So 47 hundredths is equal to 47%. Okay, how about this two? Can you find the percentage of the whole? For the figure A, find what percentage of the whole is shaded with blue. And for the second figure, what percentage of the whole is shaded with pink? You can share your answers during our Zoom meeting. So again, remember, percentage, children, is the part that is out of 100. So a whole should be divided into hundreds, like these two figures. Now, let's express this as fractions, then we will express as percentage. So when we say 9 out of 100, it means 9 hundredths. So it means that is 9%. So take a look. 9 out of 100 or 9 hundredths, then 9%. They are equal. When we say 21 out of 100, that is 21 hundredths or 21%. When we say 96 out of 100, that is 96 hundredths or 96%. So this is how we express as fractions and percentages. Okay, let's go to lesson 2. It talks about decimals and fractions as percentages. Okay. We have here 0.6. We express or change it as a percentage, but how? 0.6 is 6/10. Do you remember? If we write this as a fraction, this is equal to 6/10. 6/10. When we say percentage, make sure that the denominator is equal to 100. So it means to say we will make the denominator equal to 100 by finding the equivalent fraction. So let's multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number, and that is 10, and that is equal to, so if we have 6/10 multiplied by 10, it will become, yes, that is 60 hundredths. See, our denominator now is 100, so we can change this into percentage. And that is equal to 60%. So 0.6 changed to percentage is 60%. There is another way to change decimal to percentage like this. When we say 0.6, it means 0.6 of 1 whole. So how much is our 1 whole? 1 whole means the 100%. Okay. So if 1 whole is 100%, so 0.6 of 1 whole means we just multiply 0.6 times 100%. And that is equal to 60%. Okay. How about we express 0.09 as percentage? Remember, it has 2 decimal places, so automatic, the denominator is already 100. 0.09 is 900. So that is 900, like this. So we can change it right away into percentage, and that is 9%. Okay, so 9 out of 100. So that is 9%. 9% is different from 90%. Okay, now let's compare. Which is smaller, 30% or 1/4? When we say 30%, that is 30 hundredths. 30 out of 100. If we will show it in this figure, it will look like this. 30 parts that are shaded out of 100. When we see 1/4, let's change this into a fraction that the denominator becomes 100. So let's multiply by 25, and that is equal to 25 hundredths. If we are going to put it like this in this figure, this is only 25 parts out of 100. So therefore, which one is smaller? Yes, the 25 hundredths or the 1/4. So 1/4 then is smaller than 30%. How about this one, P5? Take a look. Let's order 54%, 3/4, and 0.5 from smallest to largest. So if we say 54%, that is 54 hundredths. So 54 out of 100 or 100 are shaded. Okay. When we see 3/4, let's change that into a fraction that the denominator is 100. So let's multiply by 25, and that is equal to 75 hundredths. So it's quite big. So 75 parts are shaded out of 100. When we see 0.5, that is 5/10. If we change this into a fraction that the denominator becomes 100, let's multiply by 10, and that is 50 hundredths. Means half of 100. So which one is the smallest, do you think? Yes, it's the 50 hundredths or 0.5. So the next one is the 54 hundredths or the 54%. And the largest is the 75 hundredths or the 3/4. So if we order them, the smallest is the 0.5, followed by 54%, and the largest is the 3/4. Okay, so that's how to compare and order fractions, decimals, and percentage. Now, let's go to lesson 3. It talks about percentage part of a whole. It's just the same when we talk about the fraction part of a whole. Okay, for example, I have here a pentagon. It is divided into 10 equal parts. So what percentage of the pentagon is shaded? So first, before we find the percentage, we will find first the fractional part. So what fractional part of this pentagon is shaded? So this is 7 out of 10 parts are shaded, right? Or 7/10. So remember that when we are going to find percentage, make sure that the denominator is equal to 100. So the 7/10, we will change it or find the equivalent fraction to make it 100. To make the denominator 100. So that is equal to 70/100. So we can convert now to percentage, and that is 70%. So the parts that are shaded with blue is 70%. The unshaded is 30%. Okay, next. This circle, look at the circle. It is divided into 5 equal parts. So 5 only. So what percentage of the circle is shaded? Okay, just like the pentagon, you need to find first the fractional part. So what part is shaded with green? Blank out of blank parts are shaded. So how many parts? 2 out of 5. So what is our fraction? 2/5, right? So 2/5 of the fraction of this circle is shaded with green. Remember percentage, we need to multiply this by a number to make the denominator 100. So try to continue this and you can find what is the percentage. And you can share your answers during our Zoom meeting. Okay, so this is how to find the percentage part of a whole. Okay, I have another here. What is 10% of 120 grams? Okay, so 100% of the mass is 120 grams. So when we say 100%, that is the total, so the 120. But we are only looking for the 10%. So 100% is the 120 grams. The 1%, how to get the 1%? Let's divide the 120 by 100, and that is equal to 1.2 grams. So we already have the 1% now, which is 1.2 grams. And we are looking for the 10%. What are we going to do? Let's multiply 1.2 times 10, and that is 12 grams. So therefore, children, the 10% of 120 grams is 12 grams. Okay, I have here another question. The total marks for mathematics quiz was 150. Sam scored 95% of the total marks. So how many marks did Sam score? It means to say you will find the 95% of 150. If you know the answer, you can share that during our Zoom meeting. Okay, P5, that's all about percentage. Now, you know already on how to find the percentage. So percentage, decimal, and fractions, they are related. So if you want to find the percentage of a number, make sure that the decimal or the fraction first, you have to change first it into fraction, that the denominator is 100. Because percentage means out of 100. So means you have to convert it first to fraction, that the denominator is equal to 100. Okay? So thank you for watching P5, and I hope that you learned a lot in this video. I will discuss more about this lesson during our Zoom meeting. Always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone and have a great day.